Alrighty gang, what's up? So this is a continuation of my vlog that I was doing last time. I am back in Australia. I was living in Japan before. Maybe you didn't know that. I didn't probably mention it, but I'm back in Australia. It's good to be back home. It's good to be back to, family, all the good things in life again. So I was talking about the reassessment of humanity and, where we're going. Here we are. I guess just want to keep talking. I will try and pick up many points as I can. But I was talking about just a general reassessment of where we are, who we are, what we do, what kind of capacity we have as the individual. We can see the power of our collective, what we have as, if we can band together, what we can create, and what the individual can create. And I think these days, finding important of how to maintain your individuality, but also being able to work really well with the collective as well. So, you have to have your own ground, your own center, the place that you come from, that you are sharing knowledge or you are sharing your story. And to share is the most important thing, man. Like, it's so important to share your story, and I appreciate it when people share their story with me. I love sharing, but at the same time, I also love listening. So I like to hear what other people have to say and what they are, what they're going through in life. What they're going through in life and how they are operating here, and what kind of operating system is going on, because we could all, metaphorically, we could all be, computers, as, this could be the computer, this is the machine. In the end, the computer is a machine of our minds, but still, let's say we are the computer, and I could be, operating on Windows 7, someone else could be operating on Windows 8, but instead of operating system, there's like a bazillion. But we all operate on Universe 1.1. We all operating from that basic fundamental level, and never to forget that. Never to forget that we do operate from the same level, as different as we are and as different as our operating systems could be within each other. Just to never forget that, we all come from the same source. We are all coming from the same place, and this is the truth. You cannot deny it, and you cannot change anything, that we all come from the same place, man. We all coming from the universe. Different spots and different locations, different times, different eras, but still same universe, man. Still same bucket. Still the same bucket. So, you're still within somewhere from the bucket. And I think I was talking about capacity before in the previous vlog about, our capacity and everything. At the moment, I can talk about all these ideas, but I guess it's more for me to keep it personal and what I'm going through in life. It's kind of I'm just going to share what I'm going through in life, really. At the moment, I'm back, as I said, I'm back in Australia, and in Japan, I had a very fun time. I worked in ski mountains, out in the mountains for 3-4 months, traveled a little bit. I went to Kyoto, and I did a Vipassana meditation. I might have mentioned it in a previous vlog, but I'll re-mention it again. If anybody ever has any questions about Vipassana, either ask me, but you can look it up. But if you're curious at all, I highly recommend to take time out to go just meditate for 10 days, man. It's just 10 days with you, with your own mind, and learning to be able to sit still and still your own center. So, once again, I highly recommend it. I slipped, and the principle was that you do an hour meditation in the morning and an hour in the afternoon after you leave the facility. And I tried to maintain as best as I could whilst I was traveling in Tokyo. It got a little bit crazy because I started living there for 4 months. My schedule and everything started shifting. I went through so many emotional changes whilst I was there. All my vices that I was, that's inside of me, women, eating, sugar, self-destructive tendencies, all this came to the surface. It all came to the surface, and I kept going through it, and you observe yourself as you go through your vices, and it's such a curious experience because you're watching yourself doing something that you don't want to be doing. But you still do it nonetheless, and you wonder why. What are you afraid of? I always ask myself, why can't you be on the other side? Why can't you put that packet of chips down right now? Why can't you put that cookie down? It's funny, it's people laugh like, mate, but still, addictions and issues and vices, we all have each for our own. I don't really drink alcohol that much. Might, smoke a bit of weed here and there, but not too much even. So, sugar is a big one. And yeah, it got me in, but it showed me, it showed me all the things that I need to work on, and it showed me, because I was working nighttime at this restaurant in Shibuya in Tokyo, and I put me into a cycle of like a nighttime, like a night owl sort of, Which, it is what it is, man. It was the life that I lived for that time, and it showed me that I am a morning person. I love my morning rituals, waking up. And these days I'm back to Australia. I'm back into my meditations, back into my disciplines, back to my exercises, back to my readings. My reading needs to be more. I need to keep myself educated. I'm not going to school or university or anything like that. I'm, I guess, a freelance artist, simply said, if I was to ever put myself in a category. But I'm not. I'm many things. I am this. Freelance artist. Actually, I like that. I like that. That's what I do. But yeah, I've come back to my disciplines after being away and being going crazy, and now I'm finding my feet again and finding really how important it is to have that structure and have that center and have your own disciplines in whatever you're doing in life. And there are 1,000,001 people out there that have better discipline than I have in so many different regards. And I like to see these people. I like to meet these people and, and learn from them and see what kind of ways that they activate their centers and activate themselves and move through this world. And it's just, yeah, after having my spirals in Tokyo and then coming back to Australia and then coming back to discipline, back to nature as well. So damn important, man. So damn important. I'm sure there are many people dwelling in cities. And look, people live in cities, man. We got to work. We got to make money. This is a fact of life as well. But just showing me the appreciation of being near nature right now, what it brings, and the very, very peaceful element that it has. I live in Brisbane in Australia. It's quite peaceful here, I would say. It's a very nice part of the world. So, all those things and coming back to it, and it's been wonderful. To say the least, it's been wonderful. I like to see my own smile. Yeah, I like to see it because your eyes never lie. Your eyes are windows to the soul, and that could never be taken away because that is the truth of all truths, man. You can look into your eyes and you know if you're happy or not. You can see into your eyes without even looking into the mirror. You just kind of know. But if you look into your eyes, and some people's eyes are smiling, when their eyes are smiling, you know they're happy on the inside. And no matter how many times you physically try and smile or you put on that smile, if your eyes are not happy, then people just know there's something going on. And getting back to the simple things in life, like eating healthy, exercise. As I said, I do my meditations. It doesn't have to be as intense, but even just some time to sit down and just be in silence for a little bit. Don't speak, don't read, don't do anything. Just be with yourself for a little while. And to have that time to do that and come back to the body, come back to the self, come back to your senses. People say, come back to your senses, mate. Come back to your senses. Where did that come from? Come back to this. And that's that, I don't even know where I heard it, but, you can't trust your senses. Like, where did that come from? Yes, our senses may be, not, I don't know, but our senses are what is giving us this experience right now. We smell the air, we taste the food, we hear things, we see things, can feel things, and feeling is so important, man, it's so important in what we do. But the purpose of Vipassana is to observe respiration, observe sensation, observe things that are real. Your respiration is real. Your sensations that you feel inside of your body, you have to wait. You dwell in certain different, so you move your awareness through your body, and you just wait till you feel something. It could be a little prickly sensation, a numbing sensation, a pulsing sensation, a bit of heat or something that's real. And you feel it, you're like, yep, that's real. And you move on, and then you keep feeling the reality. And then you go deeper and deeper into your system. It's about, once again, switching your senses into the internal realm and looking inside, because we look outside all the time, always looking outside, and we believe that the answers are outside. We keep looking outwardly for an answer, for a guru or something. We are always looking outwardly for someone to, validate our identity here, validate who we are. And we keep looking, but the answer is it's never going to come. No one's ever going to be there for your whole life. No one's ever going to stand by you every single moment of your life and tell you that you're good. You're doing a good job. You're working hard. Hey, you fucked up there, but guess what? You're still doing a good job. No one's going to do that for you, and it has to be the self that does that. And to find that within yourself. To find out where that sits within you, where it comes from. And to know that you are strong, man. You are resilient. If you are alive right now, you are resilient. You've gone through things in life. You've gone through your trials and tribulations. You made it through birth, man. That's one tick on the list. You made it through birth. That's a massive challenge of it on its own, and that gives you your vitality. And from then on, you've gone through your childhood. You've gone through school. Some people may not even gone to school, and that would have been even something a totally different experience that I don't know about. I had a friend that dropped out of school early 14, 15, and had a tough time, but a fun time, self-educated man and things like that. And, then we grow up, become teenagers, adults, get jobs, work, leave home, all this. So, just take that moment to introspect into your life and look into your life and see what you've done, see what you've really done. Don't worry about what you're going to do into your life, into your future. For sure, look into the future and work towards your goals and aspirations. But take a moment to appreciate what you have done, and all of that, all these thoughts and ideas, the sensations, the sensations and feelings. The past is a feeling inside of me, and to recognize that, to acknowledge that, to understand that, and know that where I have come from. And, we can't remember it all, but maybe that's why it's good to have diaries, and this is why I'm doing this right now, because this is a perfect thing for me to continually upload into the web, and I'll have something that I can track back, and maybe 5-10 years' time, I will be able to look into this, the archives of the internet. I can see my journey, I'll be able to remember it. I do my writing as well, and I'll do I'll do all the things that I can. Just make things, just create art or create whatever it is that reminds you of your life, because you're going to be old one day, and if you're not already old, but, we're all going to be, sorry, I didn't want to be rude there, but I just mean, like, we're all going to be old one day, and just really soak in the life, every moment of life. And this is what Vipassana has helped me heaps. Vipassana in Pali is purely translated as observation. That's all it is. So observation meditation, if you want to think about it, it's observing the self, because the self is the keystone as well. This is the key to this is the consistency. The self is the consistency. The self, as I said, is with you. Every single moment of it is always with you. Undeniably, you can't run away from the self. I have seen myself try to run away from the self. Your karma or your issues that may have gone through your life, or things, you can never run away from your issues. Now, if you can run to the edge of the world, you can see that. You could run to Australia. You can run to all these different countries here. My finger coordination is not the best. But you can't run away from yourself, man. And that's another lesson that I've realized, and I'm sure other people have realized, but that's just really shown me that you just have to own yourself. Own yourself, own who you are, own what you do, and look into your eyes and look into other people's eyes and not be afraid. Not be afraid, stand tall. Your posture is so important. Work on your posture, if anything, simply, physically, work on your posture. Get good posture, stand up straight. Feel your crown connected to your roots. Feel your top of the head connected to your feet. Feel that current. There's an energetic, there's bioenergy going through your body all the time. You've got vibrations happening on a cellular level, and this vibration is creating energy, and that is energy as who we are. We are bodies of energy, and yes, this is our physical body, but in the simplest terms of maybe heat radiation, if you get so close, if you get this close to someone, the proximity, you can feel the heat. You can definitely feel the heat of someone else's body. Even then, once you start coming to close proximity of people, you can feel that you're coming into proximity of people. Even if the person is 50 meters away, you can, once you acknowledge that someone's there, it kind of changes. How you walk, you've acknowledged this person, and something is different. Something is different in the air. No matter what, like as much as you're still doing your thing, but something is different there in the air. And what is that? I question these things. What is that? What is that feeling? And as I said, I'm an energetic being, and I've been looking into, your chakras, your vortices, your energies. But once again, through observation, not just reading a book and say, oh yeah, I know about chakras, but it's not about that. It's about going in, diving into the self, and finding out for yourself if there is anything there. Don't take anything for granted. Not granted, sorry. Don't take it for dogma. Don't blind faith. Don't have blind faith about anything. Test it for yourself. Put it to the test. All these things that I say, I want you to say bullshit, but I'll put it to the test. And that is being a good scientist. Or that's being just a a person who's willing to try things to see for themselves. And see what we are, see what we're made of, see what kind of, influence that we have in this world, what kind of power that we have as a human being on planet Earth. And I will continue, maybe that's one thing, I will continually reiterate on planet Earth. Planet Earth. You look at all these countries, schmountries, planet Earth. Never forget that. Planet Earth in space. We're in space. It's dark outside right now. I wonder why? Because it's dark in space. We are on a, I was going to say a globe. There's all this flat Earth stuff going around at the moment, which I'm not an advocate of. But, we're in a globe. And we're doing the Earthling thing here, we're human beings, Homo sapiens, make it technical, it kind of sounds weird, feel alien for a little bit, feel alien, and look at civilization, look at who we are, what we're doing, what are we doing here, as a civilization, as this growing civilization on a planet, what are we doing, really, what are we doing, what is the purpose? People have found out what their purpose is in life. Some people have, some people haven't, a lot of people haven't. I'm still figuring it out, but I have a general idea as to where I'm heading. My purpose in life is towards enlightenment, but enlightenment, what is that? That's my biggest question. What is enlightenment? What does it mean, I had my spiritual epiphany or my spiritual awakening in 2011. Massive current of energy through my body. It popped off the top. And I felt this surge of energy and surge of information flow through me, and understood, because I was studying acting at the time, about human interactions and why not, and why do we do these things, and what are our tactics, what do we do, and all this information flooded, and I could understand how it flows, how the circle of interaction happens, and I got to see it all. But ever since then, I've been on this journey, and this energy, this inside of you, it's not just energy, it's not just a car battery. It's energy intertwined with information. And that is the keystone to understand that it's energy intertwined with information and consciousness. It's alive. It is alive, and it's a part of us. I am alive. If I die right now, I'm a limp body. And you look at a limp body, and will you say that was Kenji? Is that limp body Kenji? No. Kenji is this being who talks and sings and dances and moves and eats shits and peas. That's Kenji. This dead thing is a carcass. It's a vessel. It's just a body. And this energy, what is it? What is it that perpetuates us to create? What is it that perpetuates us to speak and talk about these things, to write, to read? What is this? And what is intertwined in that? Ask yourself that question. Don't ask anyone else. Ask yourself that question. What is it that is inside of us? Go inside. It's like, and you have to practice. It definitely takes practice to switch your senses from looking outward to looking inward. It's kind of a weird process, but it's like you're trying to look into the center of your brain. Start by trying to look into the center of your brain and listening inwards. You have to really just listen inwards and feel your senses go inwards. It's like you're pulling something inside out almost. It's the feeling of pulling it inside out and looking at the veil on the other side of the wall, which is inside, beneath the skin, beneath. And slowly, once you learn, you'll be able to feel what's happening underneath inside of your body. Who knows? It's maybe, this energy that I feel, that I call, my energy, could just be the blood that's flowing through my hands, Maybe I'm just very subtly quietening the mind, stilling the body, and you can feel the blood flow inside of your body. Even that is a feeling on its own, if I can say so. And then you can feel something else. You can feel your heart pumping, you can feel your diaphragm going up and down, you can feel your lungs moving. You can feel these things going through your body, And if you read up a little bit about anatomy, or just, have a look at some pictures of those muscle pictures that you see, and you think that I made up all of this stuff, It's not just one thing, but it's all different parts and parcels. There's veins and bones and just, I'm made up of all this, but is that me? Yes, it is me, but is that me? What is me? What is it to be me? But just ask these questions. Question yourself. Question what's going on. Question what's happening. Question all the things around you. Krishnamurti talks about this. Keep questioning everything. Question everything. Question everything until you just go insane for a while. Go insane. Insanity is A keystone is a doorstep to liberation, is what that is. You need to go insane for a little bit. You need to go crazy, yeah, because to be crazy, but good crazy of stepping outside of all the things that you've been doing in your whole life, stepping outside of all the things that you've thought about what you think of reality and how you think reality is existing. Step outside of all that, step back and look at it, and as I said, feel alien for a moment. For a moment, feel alien. And what is that like? What is that vision like? What does it see? What does it look like? What does it feel like? People say out-of-body experiences. It's just out-of-body experiences purely just stepping outside of your body more and more, stepping back, and observing the self more and more. You're like, whoa, what is it? Because then you're observing yourself. Once you're observing yourself, you're looking at the thing that you are. But then who is observing me? What is observing me? What is that? What is that? What's going on? And continually ask these questions. Continue to move, develop. So getting into these routines, having a ritual, having a process, having a way to understand yourself is going to lead you, because the better you know yourself, the better you can handle yourself. So better know yourself, introspection, understand who you are, where you want to go in life, what you like, what you don't like. Don't likes are great. I love things that I don't like because it makes life easier. What I do like is easier. It's on the other side. Physically, move your body. Do exercise, do something, do sports, do anything. You need to move your body. You need to get that blood pumping. And to do exercise, it's going to minimize your depression. It's going to minimize your anxiety. It's going to get rid of all these negative things. And it's a purifying process to do exercise. Move your body, work out, do something physical. So move your body and move your mind. Understand your mind. And the more you can do this, you can handle yourself better in any situation because you're physically capable, and your mind is clear because you know where you've come from. And maybe you don't exactly know where you're going, but if you can see exactly where in your diet, keep your diet clean. I know that I'm a culprit of breaking my diet at times, but keep your diet clean. It's imperative. The gut instinct is imperative to be as pure as possible. It's difficult. It's very difficult. Especially in this day and age, there's crap in everything, You have to kind of take responsibility for your life. But the more you take responsibility for your life, the more liberated you will be, because then you're free. There's no one else that's the issue. You'll always know that it's you. Yeah, the world is the world, but man, you can't change the world. You can only change yourself. And once you change yourself, then you can maybe do something out in the world. But once you recognize that, then you can step into your power, and then you'll never be a victim. Victimization is crushing our community and crushing our society because people continually are giving their power externally, have thrown their power into the hands of others and have given them the keys to their life. This is what's happened. The victimization is what happened. And I know this because I played the victim the whole time. I was like, oh, poor me, love me because, look after me, poor me. I've had my issues. I've had my problems. And guess what? I still got some issues. I still got some problems. But at least I'm in the capacity to say, all right, I'm going to take care of it now, Because I've had the points where my problems have led me into emotional holes and, I've lost friends. Some I've been able to regain relationships, some have not. But, and there have been times that people have been there to help me. But guess what? There are a lot of times in life, no one's actually going to be there to help you, man. You can ask for help, but guess what, man? You can continually ask for help, and no one's going to eat healthy for you. No one's going to do exercise for you. No one can do that for you. And everyone has their own life they have to live as well, man. So taking responsibility, have your dedication, have, what you need to do, know what you need to do, and the simple things are going to clear your mind. That's how we start. And it's a good process right now because I'm back to this. I'm back to this of, coming back to my simple things, coming back to my simple dedications and clearing my mind. Do the simple things, eat healthy, bit of exercise, and then you can do other stuff. Then you can create. Then you can open up your mind to do other things. So I guess this is the tone of the vlog today, and I'm going to finish it at that. Thank you so much. Whatever this process is, this internet, this communication, I really appreciate it. It's great for me because I get to keep myself on track. So thank you very much, and I will see you on the flip side. Thank you very much, gang. Bye.